across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. And when the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Michigan State Spartans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
Entering play call screen.
The Wolverines will clear it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Michigan State's offense is on the field for the first time today. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
And you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother, and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand, and Michigan State has heard that, Palmer, a ton.
And that's just been a narrative that we've heard throughout the years, too. And it's something that people love talking about in Ann Arbor, is that they are the dominant team. And it's not even close in this in-state rival. Michigan State's got to do something to flip the script. If they want their program to reach the consistency that Michigan has, they've got to recruit better. And a big way in doing that is winning this game.
Dropping back, it's Green. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The Spartans will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On his way from around the 50. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Michigan's offense has its first opportunity of the day. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to...
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Loads and fires complete to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. They want to run this quarterback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Entering play call.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst. And showed all of those attributes right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From from a couple of yards deep. He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
Yeah, and you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong. Aiden Hutchinson, Gotw. A lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to pass, it's Hill. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second.
Entering. Punch wide. Slot hook. Speed dig out. AHD slip screen. Jet push. Spacing. Slot hook. Spacing.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Taylor wants to throw it. Gets it out quickly. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it.
Entering play call, coach
Michigan.
suggestions. There are 8 categories.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? Little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State. It's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Off the play fake on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
To the air, it's Green. Sets up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you're trying to get the ball to running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Cover 3 Sky.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down.
In punt formation to kick it away.
No fair catches here, looking for room. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at 23. So here comes the Michigan offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me heebie-jeebies.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're talking about ranking trophies.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break.
HB, sprint HB, jet legs, sprint HB flat.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pucks it out of the air. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Catch in the middle, it's Davidson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Sparty and nearly 75,000 of his closest friends. There he goes. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. The Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Unloads to the right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Texas 4-man.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Hill. He's going to let it go. Got it in stride at the 15. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Still, and they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Makes the grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
You have Storm Brave 1.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Spread.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Time to settle for the field goal.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll try the left side. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much to break down from a spirited first half between Michigan and Michigan State with the Paul Bunyan Trophy at stake. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Michigan State plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here.
Entering base model screen.
We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Taylor wants to throw. Makes the catch.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. He's up to 90 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physical.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
You have cover 3 match.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Looking for a man. It's Green. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play. Just a couple of yards short of the goal line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Miami had a dominant win, a kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll run it again. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, he got you 2 on 1st down. He got you 2 on 2nd. 2 won't get it done on 3rd. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
Slip screen. Jet gold shallow. Spacing.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Taylor wants to throw it. Got his man quickly.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
As an offense, you've got the lead, you've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just a blip, because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it.
Here's a heat. Trying to set up the screen. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Formation, box, slot, jet, HB dive.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W.
RPO, drive, attack.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, he's got some space.
And he's done everything for this offense today, running the football, so much so that he's now got 98 yards rushing. We're in the fourth quarter. One more carry, and this guy could eclipse the 100-yard mark.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They've been very good at moving the chains on third down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Got it in the middle. It's Davidson. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. First down and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Enter, Lance. Y off, piloted, arc, Y, slot cross, trips Y over.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Hand off from the shotgun. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down.
Entering plate, sprint
as they try to finish the deal. He's piled up 112 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, there'll be a perfect 10-0.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Bringing the heat. No, he's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field.
Slant or the fake screen wheel. Double, empty and puff flood.
Wide receiver going in motion. Snatch it quickly on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Throwing right. Complete downfield. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Working that left side. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Wolverines have pushed it inside the 20. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll close in on it after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Hill. Snagged out in the air. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Backed up now. Here's second and long.
Spread.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again